Today, we're diving into what might just be the single most important concept in all of finance, the time value of money. It's this powerful idea that a rupee in your hand right now is worth more than the promise of that same rupee tomorrow. And you know what? Understanding this can totally change how you think about everything, from saving money to taking out a loan. So let's find out why.
So let's kick things off with a really simple question. Imagine I'm offering you 100 rupees, no strings attached. You can have it right now, this very second, or you can have the exact same amount 1 month from today. Which one do you pick? I'm willing to bet almost everyone listening is thinking, I'll take it now, please.
And you know, that gut feeling, that immediate instinct to take the money now, that's not just you being impatient. It's actually a core financial principle, one that drives huge decisions. So let's dig in and figure out why that money today has so much more power.
It really comes down to two big things. First, it's just basic human nature, right? We have this instinctive preference to enjoy things now rather than later. But the second reason, well, that's where the real financial magic happens. It's the ability to take that money and put it to work, to invest it and earn a return. Let's actually put some numbers on that. Say you take that 100 rupees today and you just pop it into a simple bank account that earns 6% a year. Well, after just 1 month, it isn't 100 rupees anymore. It's already grown to 100 rupees and 50 paise. It's not a lot, I know, but it proves a powerful truth. Money you have now has earning potential. Money you're waiting for doesn't. And get this is not some modern idea from a bank. This concept is ancient. We're talking as far back as 5000 BC. Mesopotamians used to loan out things like seeds and animals. Why? Because they understood that a few seeds planted today would grow into a plant that gives you way more seeds tomorrow. An animal would have offspring. Fast forward to today, and, well, the principle is exactly the same. We just do it with money.
So, all of this brings us to the official definition. The time value of money, or TVM, is just the concept that a sum of money is worth more now than the same sum will be in the future, all because of its potential to earn more. This single idea, right here, is the foundation for almost every financial decision you can think of.
Okay, so we get why today's money is more valuable. Now let's talk about how we can figure out exactly what it could be worth down the road. This is where we get into the magic of looking forward and calculating something called future value. And the engine that drives all this future value is a process called compounding. Seriously, this is one of the most powerful forces in finance. It's not just about your money earning returns. It's about those returns then starting to earn their own returns. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It just keeps picking up more snow, getting bigger and bigger, and moving faster and faster.
To really see this in action, let's look at a practical example. Let's meet Krishna. He's got 5 lakh rupees and he's ready to invest it for 5 years. He found an investment that's going to pay him an 8% annual interest rate. Now let's see how compounding really changes the game for him.
Okay, this chart tells such a cool story. If Krishna just got simple interest, meaning no compounding, he'd earn a nice 2 lakh rupees. Pretty good. But if he lets that interest compound every year, his earnings jump to over 2.34 lakhs. Now, check this out. What if he compounds quarterly, 4 times a year? His earnings climb even higher to almost 2.43 lakhs. It all boils down to this one simple, powerful rule. The greater the frequency of compounding, the more often interest is paid on interest and the greater our returns earned through compounding. That is the key takeaway. The more often your money gets a chance to work, the harder it works for you. Simple as that. All right, so that's looking forward into the future. But what about the other way around? What if someone promises you a chunk of cash years from now, and you need to know what it's really worth today? Well, for that, we need to look back with something called present value. And this reverse process is called discounting. It is such a critical tool for making smart decisions because it lets you strip away all the what-ifs of time and potential earnings to see the real, cold, hard value of a future promise of money in today's terms. Now, this might sound complicated, but honestly, the thinking behind it is pretty simple. First, you start with the future amount you're supposed to get. Then you pick a discount rate, which is basically just the return you think you could be earning on your money if you had it today. Then you factor in how long you have to wait, and boom, you can calculate its present value. Let's make this super real. Someone offers you 50,000 rupees. Great. The catch? You have to wait 5 years to get it. Now, if you know you could probably earn 6% a year on your money elsewhere,
that future promise isn't really worth 50,000 to you, is it? After you do the math, its value today, its present value, is only about 37,363 rupees. That's a huge difference, and it shows you why this is so important. Okay, so we've been talking about single lump sums of money, but what about a series of regular, steady payments over time, like a pension or insurance payouts? This brings us into the world of annuities, a financial product built entirely on these time value ideas. You'll basically run into two main types. First is an ordinary annuity, where the payments arrive at the end of each period. Think of a standard bond payment. The other is an annuity due, where the payments come right at the start of the period. The only difference is the timing, but as you're about to see, that timing is everything. So which one do you think is more valuable? It's the annuity due, every single time. And why? Because you get your money sooner. And as you've already figured out, money you get sooner has more time to be invested, more time to grow, more time to earn returns for you. See? It all comes back to that same powerful core principle. Okay, I know some of this might feel a little theoretical, but I guarantee you interact with these principles all the time, maybe without even realizing it. So let's look at one of the most common real-world examples there is: loans and your EMIs. Let's meet Satish. He's about to make a huge life decision. He's buying a home. So he's taking out a 30 lakh rupee loan that he's going to pay back over 20 years, and the interest rate is 6.5%. So the big question is, how does the bank even start to figure out what his monthly payment should be? Well, they do it using the exact time value of money principles we've been talking about. They take the present value, that's the 30 lakhs he gets today, and they work out a series of future payments that will pay it all back, plus the interest. And for Satish, that EMI comes out to 22,367 rupees. But this is where understanding this concept gets really powerful for you. What if the interest rate drops by just a tiny bit, just 0.25%, down to 6.25%? I mean, does a change that small really make a difference? Oh yeah, it absolutely does. Look at that. His new EMI drops to just over 21,927 rupees. That's a saving of over 400 rupees every single month for 20 years. It's the perfect illustration of how even tiny changes in rates or time can have a huge real impact on your wallet. In the end, the time value of money isn't just some theory in a textbook. It's a practical tool. It shapes your savings, it shapes your investments, your loans, everything. Understanding it gives you the power to see the true cost and the real potential behind every financial choice. So the real question isn't just about money, it's about time. And now that you know its value, how are you going to approach your next big decision?